Right, Ben, well, 0-0 draw in the first leg. Just inside the squad, what was the level of satisfaction around coming home with, the tie very much alive for Saturday night?
Yeah, obviously we wanted to go into that game and win it. It would have been great to win it, but I think we're pretty happy with the result. Obviously, away from home, they've got such a strong crowd there, which definitely helped them out. I don't think it was our best performance either. Defensively, very good, but attacking, we didn't get as many chances as we wanted. So to come away 0-0 and be able to come home now I think we're very happy with it.
Fifth time you will have played Victory this season. They've all been tight, haven't they? All been tight, but you haven't lost to them yet. Why do you think these two teams are always in the midst of a very, very tight battle?
Yeah, they're obviously such a great team. I think, like us, they're defensively very good in their shape and structure. So I think that's the same with Central Coast as well, and that's why all three of the teams have been up the top, is because defensively very structured and very hard to break down. And I think, as you always hear, that the teams that are defensively the best are always up the top. So I think that's why it's so close between us.
So then how then do you look at breaking them down on Saturday night? Because, unless it goes to penalties, you're going to need a goal at some point. How do you go about strategising for that?
I think it's just like every time we've played against them, just being patient. I think we know that we've got the quality in the final third, and we're going to get chances, especially at home. So I think it's being patient and knowing that we're not going to get as many chances as other teams, and that just when we do get those chances that we have to take them.
This is a massive week for the football club, obviously. It's a massive couple of weeks, but probably the biggest week of your football career, I would say. Obviously you're in the early stages of it. How do you stay grounded and, as Chiefy always says, try and treat it like just another game?
Yeah, obviously it's hard. I think everyone says that you need to treat it like another game, but I think it's different for everyone. I think for me, I'm super excited about this being probably the biggest game of my life, so I'm going to take it a bit differently to other people. So for me, I'm just excited to be hopefully playing in front of a sold out crowd, and I'm going to use that as motivation for the game. So
you feed off that sort of thing? They often say these are the kind of games you want to play in. Is that how you feel?
Yeah, for sure. I think you don't get many of these opportunities in your life, and I think you can understand some people will get nervous with it, but for me, I use that as motivation, and hopefully it will help me play better.
What would it mean for you as a Phoenix player to have that match sold out?
That would honestly be amazing. I think the only time that I can compare it to is my debut, obviously a few years ago now, but that was, I think, 23 or maybe 27,000 at that game, and that was amazing to have all of them there when I came on. So to be able to have it sold out and hopefully be able to create history, I couldn't think of anything better.
Does it give you extra energy? Does it help you to, sprint that little bit faster, run that little bit harder?
Yeah, for sure. I think everyone says a cliche saying about how they're like an extra player for us, and it's honestly true. I think you've seen that in the last few games that were played against them, scoring the last minute winner. I think we also saw it away with their crowd, how hard that was to play against them, so it's definitely so helpful having a massive crowd there behind us.
If all goes well, come the 90th minute on Saturday, you look up into the crowd, what are you hoping to see?
Just everyone dancing, to be fair, enjoying the moment. Obviously I don't want to think about it or jinx it at all, but it would be an amazing feeling to get the win, not only for ourselves but the fans as well, and maybe fingers crossed we could get a home final, but that's obviously in the future.
The fans love taking their shirts off when you guys win. You talk about not wanting to jinx things. How early is too early? What's the etiquette at the right time to take the shirt off if you guys are leading?
For us or the fans?
For the
fans. Just do the same. 80th minute, is it, that they take them off? I think that's fine. I always get worried when they say the chants like top of the league and stuff when we're struggling, but just keep doing what they're doing. It helps us.
Sold out crowd, biggest crowd in Phoenix history. You're on the doorstep of a grand final. Is this the stuff of Kiwi footballing dreams?
Yeah, I'm sure. This is something that I wouldn't have expected to happen for us. Obviously, we've only been in this position once. We've earned it, and obviously the fans have been so good, so I can't wait for the moment.
Have you guys talked a lot about history and about other teams being here before, and have you guys discussed that internally?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think we talk about it too much because, for example, we don't want us to focus too much on that stuff, but again, I think people can use that as motivation, and knowing how much it means to the fans alongside us, I think that gives us that extra edge.
But do you walk towards that pressure of history beckoning? Is that something that's motivating this team ahead of this game?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously for us it would be amazing for that legacy to be able to be that team that makes the final and maybe wins the championship as well, and also for the fans to be able to, they've been through everything, so to be able to help them get to the final and then hopefully win it, I think it's definitely a motivation for us.
And where do you think this game could be won or lost? Because the second leg is very different in terms of the first leg.
Yeah, I think it's hard because as a young boy I've never been in these situations before, but I learned a lot from that last game, that it's a lot cagier and scrappier than a normal game. We're not going to be able to play the pretty football that we always want to play, and I think it's going to come down to those small moments. It could be a set piece, it could be a mistake. So I have a lot of faith in our players that we're very defensively structured and we're not going to give those up, but I think it will come down to such a small moment like that in the game.
And we've heard that penalties have been practiced. Have you
Yeah.
been among those? That's one of the first 5?
Yeah, of course. I would love to step up and take a penalty. Obviously, a lot has to happen for that to go that way, but we're all preparing for that possibility because, like you said, that could be the moment in the game that helps us win and create history.
A question from staff reporter Andrew Vorman as well. What's been the coolest moment of this season for you? Anything stood out?
It's hard. Obviously had some nice goals and experiences. Personally, probably the Adelaide game, the 2 goals I scored and the performance, I think that was massive for me. But I think even the recent victory game with Finn scoring, that was such a big game for us. Obviously it didn't end up helping us win the whole thing, but that kept us in the fight for a long time, and who knows, if things went the other way, that could have been the big reason why we'd won the championship. So that was very cool, not only for Finn to score his first goal, but to celebrate with the players and the fans as well.